Okay, guys, thank you for coming here. And my question, why you are here?
Automation was too boring.
The automation was what?
Too boring.
Boring.
Everything else is boring.
Else is boring. Okay, so let's do this way. Okay, why you are here?
The description promising.
Okay, what do you expect from this 40 minutes?
Not boring.
Not boring. Okay, not boring. Not boring. Okay, what else?
To learn the good impression from previous one.
Okay, about expectations.
Learn something new.
Learn something new. Something new. What else?
Some great jokes.
Jokes. Okay. Others? Why you are here? How you can get to nirvana state in 40 minutes?
Practical how to deliver a successful product.
How to deliver successfully, yeah? Okay, what else? Why you are here?
Meaning of life.
Meaning of life. Okay, good. Meaning of life. Let's talk afterwards. But it's here. Okay. How I can get you to nirvana in 40 minutes? Sorry? Please.
Keep us awake after lunch.
Keep you awake. Oh yes, it's after the lunch. I forgot that. Keep you awake. Okay, what else?
I'm interested in the characteristics of service as opposed to goods.
Service to goods, yes. Mm-hmm.
Co-creating value together with the business.
And that's another point, or?
Well, I think one of the characteristics of service
Okay.
is that you don't just produce service as a provider, you co-create it together with the consumer.
With consumer, okay. I have him as separate topics, but what else? Please.
No, 40 minutes.
Okay, guys. Why I did that? What I did?
Engage audience.
Thank you. Engage audience. What else?
Show us how the expectations are collected for agile development.
Okay. Show you how the expectations are collected. Okay, nice.
To that,
Yes.
to adapt your talk.
To adapt my talk. Thank you. To meet your expectation. Will I deliver everything?
No.
Is it okay? Thank you.
That was the joke.
So let's list that out.
Yes. How this list is called? Backlog. Yes, thank you. Backlog. Is it ordered? No. So I need to order this, all right? So to meet your expectations, to deliver the value, right? And I will be doing this. But yes, this is something that you need to do a lot when you do things collaboratively. You need to engage. So, and the fastest way how to start engaging people is to give them opportunity to talk in the first 5 minutes.
Except in Estonia.
Except in Estonia, thank you.
Sorry.
But I work in Estonia, so.
When I ask questions, they will never ever say anything.
Yeah, I know. I can teach you.
foreign, I know.
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Okay, so that's is something that we need to understand, that there is a lot of expectations in the room when you have people coming together expectations are normally very widespread. From boring, just give me something interesting, joke, learn, and etc. If you are in the room with people with whom you want to collaboratively design something or build together something, and you are not seeing those differences up front, then you will end up in a very unpleasant situation. So guys, that's the first thing. If you start doing something collaboratively, ask what are the expectations. Start with this. It's very simple, it's powerful. People want to talk, they are ready to talk, discuss, and say. It was easy to engage. Just start doing this. And this is psychology stuff that if we have opportunity to talk in first 5 minutes, then it's rather we will do this during this exercise or workshop, whatever. And what else I did also, I modeled the way how this talk will be. So if you do this, if you are running this kind of workshop, you need to model how to work, how we are going to work together. This is something that you need to show as example. And if you don't not doing this, then I'm seeing a lot of pictures or a lot of cases where is my cases? Oh, here. We say that, okay, good. What's happening? I need to mirror it differently. We say that, okay, guys, we are all on the same page, but we're thinking about totally different things, and this is what is happening. If I would not ask that, okay, somebody is coming because its automation was boring, then I would not address this at all. But then, when we deliver our products, deliver our releases, or deliver whatever, we quite often in the situation that what was delivered is total mess. People are not satisfied, are not happy, they don't understand how that happened, and etc. So what we should do, we should come together in the same room, and we start with showing the differences visually, explaining the differences, explaining how do we think from the different perspective. And then, by working together step by step, we are getting to the point when we have the same understanding of the goal or whatever. And when we have the same shared vision and shared understanding, then we can get to the really successful product. That's what we do in a collaborative service design. So we are coming together, we are showing everything on the wall, and then we run through the whole this cycle of and iterations of combining different goals, expectations, understandings, and needs into something that we can really agree and everything can say yes. Yes, that's exactly what we want to achieve. And that's the trick. Not easy, but crucial if you want to be successful in delivering your product. So tick one more, okay? For you, especially for you. But how this workshop is run. So I will give you practical example of how one of these kind of workshops was. Well, there is a lot of different workshops, but I will take one and run through the steps. So you can use those steps in your work. Okay. Sorry guys, some slides are in Estonian, but I hope that you learned Estonian language already today, at least, or whatever. But I will explain you anyway what is there. It's not important the content, it's rather, we are not looking on the content, right? Please don't think much about the content, think about the process. That is something that can give you success. Not the content, process. Okay. So that was one of clients, and they. Okay, what should I do this way? Yes. And they also came together. They had a business problem. They needed to optimize how support function is working. There was a lot of unwanted calls. Too much, or too many, whatever. So they said that, okay, we need to deal with this situation and we need to provide help with in the way that clients can solve their problems by themselves. But we don't know how. They had working on this topic for 6 months and they still hadn't any good approach how to solve it. So we gathered together in the same room, and there was now important stuff. So of course, before the workshop, you need to meet with all involved stakeholders. That is really crucial. You need to identify, during those talks, you need to identify people who are really interested in this or will be influenced by this service. So what does it mean? I had one case when we had a workshop, and I was meeting with all guys from the business, from the IT, from the UX, whatever, whoever it needed, before the workshop. We did the workshop, 2 days workshop, working together on new service. And during this workshop, it was totally clear that they don't need anything, they don't need to build anything else, they have everything in place. It was like surprise. So guys, why we are dealing with this project? It was like no reason to spend any money, let's call this project closed. That was my suggestion to management. And I've been talking with different people and they was like puzzled, okay, wait, okay, how so? Is it really so? So they said that the project, there is nothing to develop, okay. And then I talked with one more guy somehow from the different department that I wasn't identifying. And he said, have you discussed with this lady? And I asked, okay, who is this lady? And he said, this lady is a sponsor of this project. I said, wow, interesting. And what happened during this workshop and before that, nobody said the name of this lady. Nobody. And when I talked with this lady, so we find out that there is a lot of things that was uncovered from the business side. So we had to redefine this project again. We had to run through the whole new stuff again. But this is something that for me it was really like first time when I ran the whole workshop. Nobody was mentioning this person's name. Nobody was mentioning her needs or her expectation at all. And we ended in the way that everyone in the room understood that we don't need to build anything. This is something interesting just for you to know. But of course there was real other business issues. There are other projects that the people in the room have not thought about. So there is a reason that you need to run through all stakeholders and find all expectations. Okay, when we're in the same room, the next step, as I did with you, just write down expectations. So write it down on the wall so that everyone can see it. what we want to achieve. And here, different stuff, but they had some special, because it was 6 months under analysis, so they wanted to deliver this, so they had process that they had to get fundings from the management, and for that they needed a business case. So they already was so tired, they've been ready to find this 20% that gives 80% of results. And that was one of expectations. What next? Okay. So next step, when we are in the room, yes?
Can you clarify, do you mean the expectations of the service or the finished product, or the expectations for the workshop? Which ones should...
For the workshop. For the workshop. Exactly for the workshop. For the time what we are here together in the same room. And then next step, now we go and now we start digging into the product. And the first thing what I'm asking normally is a name. Please give me the name. There is online ABI, online help 2.0. There was one version of that, but they needed more powerful. And I have to say that even this name, just getting to agreement around the name is a very hard issue. People always have very different names for the product. So you will spend a lot of time on that if you're doing this, but this is normal, it's okay. I'm always saying this disagreement is okay. So then we're going and we are starting to putting dates. What are the expectations for the dates when we want to deliver something, when we want to have some milestones. So what we are doing, what I'm doing by that, by those days and name, so we are starting to make this fuzzy views, making scope clearer and clearer. We are putting boundaries on the cloud of different expectations and views. So, and then next step is an elevator statement. Who knows what is elevator statement? Okay, so that's the statement. It's a phrase. You're putting together short sentences that you can shoot in the elevator to the person who wants to understand about your product, in the way that he really ready to buy it from you at the next floor. And this is very hard because it's very easy to start explaining about the product, how good is this from different perspectives, but we need to have something very specific from the business point of view. So, and again, this phrase and getting to agree, one more important thing for you, if you will go into do this as a workshop. There is no letter on this wall without agreement with the business people or everyone in the room. So we are not writing on the fly, but I'm writing only when I see that people in the room have the same understanding about the topic, about the question, what we are discussing. And that's the hard part. Getting everyone to the same understanding and the same agreement is a hard part. Something that you need to strive to. Okay, when we have this elevator statement, we go further and we have some business goals and metrics. This is something that I'm always asking people, okay guys, what are our business goals? What do we want to achieve? What do you really want to achieve? What is important for you? Then they are shooting, okay, so that we have first level of contact, less first level of contacts. Nice. But can you say me anything as a measurements? What are the metrics? And they are saying, okay, okay, haven't thought about that. We have a goal, but we don't have a metrics. Then we agree, okay, we're discussing and we're coming to a conclusion that we need to have a metric that's showing us progress at least from today, how we're happening today, fixing this today, and going to the future. And again, one more thing that is at another workshop, discussion about goals and metrics was really like breaking point for the business. They started to understand it's not about the technical solution, but it's rather about the business service. So that's the point. You are designing together not the technical solution, but you need to start with designing the business service as such. And when everyone in the room, even developers, user experience guys, business, different sides from the business, have the same understanding about the business, then everything goes smoothly. So those two flip charts are really crucial to go any further. If you don't have those two slides, and it's taking around the whole morning, until 12, around from the morning, just to discuss and agree those two slides. Somehow it happens in this way. And why? Because people quite often don't understand the business. And we need to have this on the same page. Everyone on the same page. Yes?
Do we ask questions in the end or during the speech?
You can shoot it all the way.
Okay. Why are you asking when they want it before they agree what they want? So in 90%,
yes.
I said when I want it now.
Sure.
Is when you ask them when they want it, each of them had some view.
Yes.
And their date is different.
Good. And that's if somebody is saying that I want it now, that's the expectation, right?
Okay.
So what we do with this also dates is we just, again, combining together, because somebody is saying, okay, I need it now. Developer saying, whoa, guys, but I don't have anything. We don't have any requirements in place. We haven't discussed that.
Okay.
So we are finding something that is really a good trade-off in the whole room. So when do we want to have a prototype, for example? Okay, we want to have a prototype in 1 month. Good, let's write it down. So that's the way how we are starting to narrowing the scope, to setting the boundaries.
So this date is rather for some realistic iteration, for example, for first iteration,
Yep.
not for the whole project.
Not for the whole project.
Okay.
Yeah, for the first steps. And the same, of course, everything here is, you can change it. If we find something at the point that, okay, this is not realistic or the name is not right, then we can again come back and we're discussing and we are coming to agreement. And we can change the document, this living document always. Okay, then one very interesting thing also, okay, who is working in an environment where you have many projects simultaneously running? Okay, so majority, good. And when you have people working for the product, so normal situation, what you can see when I'm asking, okay guys, come in please and say who you are and how you are helping this product or this project, what are your skills and your expertise, and please also put on the wall the time or capacity that you can give to this project. People are coming and they are writing down, for example, analysis, 50%, big picture, architect, 10%, and then 50%. Developers, not so much, I think it wasn't. So, okay, so you are I understand majority of you are rather working in the project management, product management. What's this picture showing to you? What you can say about this product, about this project? If you see this kind of percentage.
Very high priority, right?
Not very high priority.
Very many stakeholders. Or big team.
The big team, of course, yes, but what else?
Not dedicated team.
Not dedicated team, exactly. So, and when we had this workshop with this group of people, and we had this exercise, they understood, okay, if we have those goals, what we have here, and those are important for the enterprise, for this business, then with this kind of team, and splitting and not having dedicated people working on that, we will not finish it. So pretty much everyone, all responsible people for this project, they understood, okay, wow, something is not right. So what they did, they went, in the first coffee break what we had, they went to the management, they explained the situation, and they said, okay, we shouldn't go any further if we don't have any dedicated team to start working on that project. If this is important for you, this topic, then we do need the dedicated people. In this coffee break, they solved the problem, and they had 3 people fully time, not 3, 4 people with the project management or Scrum Master later starting working on this project. So that was really just the power of visual representation of how the things are. That's it. Okay, then we go further, and this is important picture. Ouch. No, this is not yet important. But this is important. Okay, then we went and we said, I asked, okay, come, okay guys, thank you, and come please here and say, so here's the developer, manager, client. Please write down yourself, where you're positioning yourself. Please explain to us, who are you? How do you see yourself? And people wrote down this kind of map. Please, again, you are experts here. What do you see?
Client is not represented.
Client is not represented. What else? Sorry?
Manager.
Managers, what is wrong or good with managers? So many of them. Where are the managers? In the middle. Here and there. So if there is so many managers gathered together in one place, what will happen?
Too many opinions.
Too many opinions. Okay, what else? Chaos.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
And that's the real project.
It's a shared responsibility, no responsibility.
So, and there is no skills. How many developers? There is kind of one, but he was from the totally different project. So you are able to, by seeing this, you are able to give your expertise and your opinion on what will happen. Again, don't think much about the subject, but just think about the process. It's easy, it's simple. You just ask people, okay, how do you see yourself? Of course, there is very important to create atmosphere of trust. So people need to trust you, or trust everyone in the room that if they write something that they will not be punished. But if you get these people, if you want to know the truth, then that's the easiest way.
Was something changed according to that picture?
Sure. We go, as I said, there was 3 developers, Scrum Masters, so responsibility went exactly as it needs to be able to deliver. Yes?
I have a question. When someone marks him as a center, what it does it mean? It's client, manager, and the developer. Also
Good. So what do you think? Just good to know.
I just don't understand.
Talks to
He
all
has
the
overall
belongs to
picture.
one.
Overall picture, at least he thinks that he has an overall picture. Okay. What else? What was else?
He doesn't know where that is.
He don't know where he is. Okay. To-do. So that's the topic for discussion, right? It's not the science. It's just a rather good starting point. So how do you see do we really understand what we are building? Where are we? Is this person really aware about technical issues or business or whatever? So good question to discuss.
What is the picture meaning? I don't understand what the lowercase section is. Is this as I am this person or I will interact with this person?
So that's it's not okay. It's not very yes. So, but
it's not clear.
Yeah, it's not clear, but that's good because we can start discussing now. Okay, if good question. So then we're discussing and we are talking. Okay, what do you think? What does it mean? Of course, yes, we need some people in the middle, but we don't need everyone, right? We need somebody who is guiding us, who has a vision, technological vision, business vision, and client vision. But we still need to have developers, clear developers, who identify themselves as, I'm a developer, I can deliver. We need a manager who can decide at some point what is sustainable from the business point of view.
Yeah.
And we need a client. But
You are talking the typical male perspective.
male perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
But it's another word.
Yes.
Female perspective.
Good. Please
With whom we are
discuss.
discussing.
Yes. So my closest counterparts I will discuss. Thank you. So interesting point of view. I will definitely will. I'm learning. Thank you. Please educate me more. I want to have this kind of feedback. Thank you. So that's an interesting point of view. Okay, so it's perspective of females, for example, or some other people who think in a different way. Who is my closest contact I should talk with? Nice. Okay. Any questions? Yes.
About this involvement percentage.
You mean?
Is it free time or how much they can invest expertise in this project?
Yes. That's the topics. Will you have a lot? That's the question. Okay, what does it mean? So, I'm saying, okay, how do you feel, just time-wise? How much time you can deliver, or you can spend, or how you are seeing yourself between the whole other words of or other projects what you have? Just position yourself. And one more. So, for example. This one or that one, 2%. Nice. Okay. Whoa. Good. Or 8%. So people are very precise. Okay. I have time limit, so I need to go further. Right? Are you keeping my time? Please keep it. Okay. But as we don't have a client, so normally it's typical situation that we don't have a client, real clients in the room. So what do we do next? I'm starting to introduce those guys. We're starting building personas, pragmatic personas. And here is the first persona what occurred. Okay, it was Rain. Rain was 50 years old, using hot.ee address, emails, that's the whole his knowledge, and reading Delphi, or that's our news portal local. So, and he's not very strong in IT side. He loves, here we will write, so there is a statistics. And here is loves and hates. As I said, sorry that it's in Estonian, but I hope that if you don't understand, please ask. So loves and hates. So we are writing the real person characteristics. For example, he loves peace. He loves to do something with his hands. He hates if somebody directs him or guides him or says exactly what to do. He is a person. He loves to feel a man, that he is a man. He can decide by himself. And then we write also, okay, if we have all those things here in place, we can start writing expectations. And it's now easy if we know the person. We met him. So it must be as simple as hot.ee. So that's exactly the place as the email works, right? That's what he knows. So the new system needs to be as simple as his system, as the system he used to. He wants to make things by himself. That's how his brain working. He knows where to start. There is a visual guides. There is a explanation where is a mistake or error, if there's any. So that's the person. And when we write down this person here, or introduced, everyone was in the place and everyone said, "Oh, we know this." And there is a 50,000 of those guys in this company. 50,000. They said, "We know this guy." And how they be able to say this? Because they are working. That's their business. They work with those customers. They know their customers. So they say that, what is it? Okay, and I see that there is 3 minutes. But okay, then we have another person came in, 25 years old, and explaining and talking about, he works everything from the mobile. Everything on the mobile and only one button, what is important for him. And they said there is a 25,000 of those guys. Miley, sitting at home with kids, but agreement for the service is for her husband. So he wants to get the service from this company or help, even if she is not the person who signed the agreement. And then there is a person without any age, able to do everything by himself. Hacker. He's helping others. He's able to route, to administer the router and whatever else, and etc. So we have when we wrote all those, I think that that's the most important thing for the business. When you have those person here on the same page, and business and developers are saying that yes, we know those guys, we know those clients, we know their expectation, then it's much easier to start building really collaborative service. And I'm skipping, but we have had the choice of one service, of one person. And we built his journey. We built his journey from this expectation, what he had, to the wow point. So we, again, there is no any post-it on the board without agreeing with all people in the room. So we've been on the same page, totally on the same page, about the features, what we want to deliver. And you see that, okay, because we had also people from the UX and business, they started working, support the paper prototypes. They start building this, writing it down, and you can see output of this. In 1 hour or so, the whole flow of this new service was supported with paper prototype, clicked through. And as we had architects, so architects wrote down their own view of the new architecture, how to support this service. So, and they explaining to people, so here is a blah, blah, blah. but they came up with the architecture solution in 1 hour. So the whole this thing, it was so helpful and explained to everyone why we and what we are building, so that they've been able to deliver the service in 1 month and 1.5 months with Christmas for the beta users. And in 3 months it went live. That was really something that was unseen for this company, because they had normally that just setting together the requirements, it was around 6 months. And delivering something meaningful, also 6 months. And here they've been managed and able to deliver a thing in 3 months. So that's the story. And of course, one more thing important. Of course, you cannot do this if you will not have agreement with this with business people. You see, there is a line. So what will be included into this first release? So you need to cut the scope. The cut, and cut. And this is something that we discussed, and we understood that for getting the first feedback from the real users, we need to make this very minimal set of features that we can test. And the people from the business side, they identified 40 those geeks, tarts, to whom the whole service will be built. And they managed to do the focus testing in 2 weeks to get the feedback from 25 of them. They said, yes, exactly, that is good. So that was kind of the success of working together, discussing, getting to agreement, accepting what is this minimum what we need to build, and getting feedback as soon as possible from the real users. So that's it from my side, because I don't have much time. I can talk about that long, but that's an overview about collaborative design. Questions? Some questions? Not so. No questions. Okay, I'm here. So, and if you want to talk with me, then I'm ready to explain in more details. Thank you.